What's up, everyone? Coach Sam here. Let me ask you, what's your squat look like? When you squat, are you able to comfortably get your hips lower than your knees? Also, are you able to keep your chest up at the same time? Or are you more rounding your back here? Or perhaps your knees cave in? Or even you have difficulty bending your knees to squat? Well, if that's the case, here are two things to look out for that may be influencing your squat. Number one, our hips, they vary in their anatomy. Some of us may have wider hips, some of us may have more narrow hips. Not only that, what we call the ball and socket joint of our hip to our femur may be different. Some of us may have a shorter angle, some of us may have a wider angle, and some of us may fall somewhere in between. That is going to influence how wide we have our feet. For some of us, we may need to go wider. Some of us may be a little bit shorter. Number two, our femur length, our long leg bone. Some of us have shorter femurs. Some of us have a much larger or longer femurs. That's going to influence whether or not we need to point our feet out more or if we can keep them a little bit more narrow, because we may have to make room for those femurs to be able to move freely and not get caught up right there in our hip. So next time you try a squat, check it out. See what works for you. Some things we want to look for when we're doing a squat are we able to keep our heels down when we do a squat? So keeping our heels down will allow us to have a good, solid foundation or base, if you want to call it, to be able to comfortably move with weight or just be able to use our muscles correctly. So a simple way I like to test my squat is use a bar. I use this bar so that I can hold myself and not fall back or forward, and to be able to figure out my squat. So if I go down with a certain width in my feet and a certain angle to my feet, I can comfortably go down. And if I see that my back starts rounding, maybe I need to lean my weight forward. Maybe I need to adjust my feet wider, more narrow. Just gotta play around with it. And then when you think you've found your correct stance, let go. Let go, and if you're able to squat and feel your glutes activate, feel yourself stay balanced, your chest up, that's how you know you probably have the right squat. If you have any more doubts, please be sure to either send me a message or ask a trainer for help.